do anything based on insiders. I mean, I prefer to trade ETFs. Question was, do I trade stocks or ETFs from scanners? My position that we are trading in the bear market, right? And you heard me say this over and over again. So in the bear market, I think everything is very highly correlated. So it almost doesn't make sense to pick individual stocks. Right? Kind of a bold statement. Obviously, when you turn CNBC and Bloomberg, everybody talks about stocks, right? Because these are money managers. They, if they trade ETFs, well, why do I have to pay them 1.5%, of my account value every year if I can just go to Vanguard and pay, 25 basis points and just invest into ETF, right? So they can't tell you buy QQQ or sell QQQ because it's a conflict of interest. So they say, well, Deere will outperform and JP Morgan will outperform and, trade, invest into value. Everybody says invest into values, drop your technology in January. That was the most popular opinion, right? Most popular opinion, start buying value stocks and drop your technology, right? If you turn on Bloomberg, prior to January 1 and see what happened. Basically, you would be losing money, right? On most popular opinion, you would be losing money, but everybody was so bearish on technology and the technology and high beta outperform, right? So that shows you that, if everybody says something, you have to kind of be very careful with that, right? So picking individual stocks, the most popular was, probably LA Lilly, right? It was very popular, right? You can see what happened to that. Merck, right, was very popular. Also pulled back. So all the darlings of the last cycle kind of, even like Deere, and I mean, it did have a good earnings today, but you can see, it's flat basically. So picking individual stocks in the bear market, I think it's very difficult, almost impossible. You can trade them. So earnings strategy, right? Like today we had earnings on AMAT, right? Earnings on AMAT. I did earnings on AMAT. So I do individual stocks, right? So then usually I do earnings, right? Like AMAT, right? Sold AMAT iron counter. Every week I try to do 1 or 2 examples of how you can do iron counters. Sometimes the trade goes against me. I would have to defend the position, but that goes for any trade. Any trades, sometimes it goes in your favor, sometimes it goes against you. There are different ways to repair your trade and execute repair strategies. Usually with a stock, right? So let's say AMAT would have dropped below 107, I would have shorted the AMAT stock, right? If I do, because I see a pullback, but AMAT did, decent earnings, not going anywhere.